So, James recently asked whether Amish marriages are arranged, and the answer to that is no. Amish young people can freely choose who they wish to marry. However, just like other societies, Amish parents, of course, have feelings on the matter as well, and of course, they'll have ideas on who might be good people in the community for their children to marry. They may favor someone in the community for their son or daughter to marry. That's only natural. So the main arena, let's say, where Amish young people will find future husband or wife would be the youth group, especially in the larger communities. In a place like Lancaster County, Holmes County, Ohio, Amish youth will decide which youth group they wish to join. It's common that, you'll find someone within that youth group. And the youth groups will meet after church on Sundays. You'll play volleyball, you'll have dinner, and then you'll have a singing. And then after that is kind of when the quote-unquote dating happens. The typical first date is an Amish young man will ask an Amish young woman to give her a ride home in his buggy. And of course, Amish dating practices can vary. That might be a topic for another video. Now, the Amish emphasize dating, courtship, to be for the purpose of marriage. So, casual dating is not something the Amish really promote. So again, I'm speaking generally, but the idea there is that dating, a special friend relationship, should be entered into with the idea of potentially leading to marriage. That should be something that's in the minds of the young people when they are entering into those relationships. Is that always the case? Of course, it's not always the case. People are people, humans are humans, but that's kind of the idea there. And just because you are dating someone as an Amish person, that doesn't mean that first person you date is the one that you're going to marry. Amish friends of mine dated other people before they got married. It's not uncommon. Something just doesn't work out. That's the purpose of dating after all. If these marriages were arranged, then, there wouldn't be any outcome like that. It just would be chosen and decided, and, there would be no point to dating, really, in the sense of seeing if this is someone who would make a good future life partner for you, if this would be someone I could have a family with. Also with the assumption that you're probably going to join the church as well, because to be married in the Amish church, both sides need to be baptized. Now, if you're living in a smaller community, you may very well need to travel, visit other communities, larger communities, essentially in pursuit of finding a marriage partner. There are a lot of very small Amish communities, and so for a young person, the choice of who you might marry there is quite limited. So that is something you also see, the young people going and spending time in other communities, larger communities, or communities their church maybe has some relationship with, is in fellowship with. So they have a lot of similarities in terms of their church standards, how conservative or progressive they are, and those sorts of things. Another question I've gotten recently is, can you marry from let's say, a more conservative church into a more progressive church? And yes, that is the case. You can do that, and that happens. Of course, the person who would move to the new church and would join that church would adopt the standards of that church, whether that's a more progressive move or a more conservative move. Occasionally, you'll see like a Lancaster County Amish name in a Midwestern Amish settlement like in northern Indiana or Holmes County, Ohio. So that's usually a giveaway that, you have a connection between those two larger communities. So in a nutshell, Amish marriages are not arranged. Hope that explains that question. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit like, and I will talk to you next time.